Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-minute warning. The Manhattan Declaration, which I signed this past weekend, is the most important document I've ever put my name to because it calls the church to action in a time of great spiritual struggle. The Manhattan Declaration serves notice that we will not stop preaching the truth no matter what the cost. You know, I think back to when I joined the Marine Corps during the Korean War. I went through the most intensive training of my life. I gave it everything I had, morning, noon, and night, because I was going to be a second lieutenant taking 50 men into combat. I had their lives in my hands. I gave it everything I had. Well, before we got to Korea, the armistice came. I watched the whole character of the Marine Corps change. A peacetime mentality took over. Oh, we trained and we worked hard, but there wasn't imminent danger hanging over our heads. We worried more about keeping the grass cleared off around the barracks. I was in Providence, Rhode Island a few weeks ago with a great pastor, Steve Boyce, and he said to me, Chuck, you know, the problem is we don't seem to understand in the church the gravity of what's happening around us. He said, I preach about it, but we don't seem to get it. Well, it hit me then. What's happened is the church has missed its reading of the times. It's taken on a peacetime mentality when we live in a time of huge spiritual warfare. I hesitate to use that wartime analogy because it conjures up memories of the moral majority and the charges always that we're trying to impose ourselves on others in a culture war. I'm not talking about politics. I'm not talking about imposing our views on anyone. I am talking about getting serious in the church, about discipling people to understand what it means to live the faith, to do spiritual combat, to help them understand the sanctity of human life, the institution of marriage, and religious freedom, all of which are under terrible assault. You see, our weapons of war are love, peace, justice, care for others. I've learned this in prison fellowship over these 34 years, which has been a great witness as I've gone through the prisons of the love of Christ reaching those whom society would sooner forget. And we also need to understand our faith better. That's why I wrote my book, The Faith, which I strongly recommend you read. It will ground you in the doctrinal fundamentals of what it means to be a true Christian. And once we thoroughly understand our faith, then we must learn how to present the truth winsomely. That's how we fight. Yes, we've drawn the battle lines. The line is drawn in the sand. We've said we're not going to stop preaching the truth no matter what. We will stand firm for the gospel. We've also said we'll be invading society with the good news, and we're going to be living out the good news for all to see. Are you ready? Join us. Sign the Manhattan Declaration today, linked right here at this website. God bless you.